Hi Cancerian friends, this is Spirit Mail. I am Cheryl and we're going to do your personal energy focus. So it's a general reading and a collective reading, so it may not resonate with everybody, but if it does not resonate with you, check out your moon and rising signs. If you're still not finding anything that resonates, perhaps another tarot reader. This I do know, if you have a question, Spirit wants you to have the answer. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our Cancer friends, our friends born under the sign of Cancer. Please show us clearly what are their energies they can look forward to focusing on for their personal energy focus. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay, ready? We've got the moon, or the shadow. It's called the shadow here. We've got suffering in silence. And we've got positive movement forward. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is pull some clarifiers from the Arcanum Tarot. And then we're going to do an oracle message. Then we'll get back to this we'll dig into this message. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, please show us, for our friends born under the sign of Cancer, what are the clarifiers for these energies? What is it specifically about the shadow card, the shadow energy that you would like for them to look at it? Suffering in silence, please clarify that for us, and positive movement forward. Again, we thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity, and clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay, guys, let's see what we got here. Clarifying the shadow is the Knight of Swords and the Fool. Clarifying the suffering and silence energy, we have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. And clarifying the positive movement forward, we have the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Okay, so we're going to pull an oracle message, and then we will look back at these cards and see what's the message there. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our friends born under the sign of Cancer. Show us what is the oracle message that goes with this reading, please. We thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity, and clarification, confirmation, and validation. Wow, peaks of joy. Okay, so let's see what that's about. 33. The number is 33. 33. Peaks of joy. Your life is filled with happiness, so share it with others. Joy is yours today. No matter what your inquiry, you'll be happy with the results. You're coming closer to a sense of achievement, and you've worked hard for it. You're surrounded by true companions and events that are synchronistically arranged to bring you to the next level of your life. The world is singing a beautiful harmony. Life is exhilarating and hopeful. Let gratitude fill your heart, and remember to share your happiness. Joy is contagious. Okay, so with that as your oracle message, we're going to look at the energies for you to focus on. This is the same in the traditional tarot as the moon card, okay? So in this card, we see two things. We see a man standing in the light and a man standing in the shadow. The moon is about, it comes out at night, right? So in the darkness, the creator of the universe, God, the creator, the universe itself, whatever you call it, Spirit, said, we don't want you to be in total darkness, so we're going to give you a little bit of light. And if you trust that light, if you trust that with each step you take, more of your path will be lighted for you as you go, right? So it's saying trust that. Trust that your path will be lit as you go. Focus on the lighted path and not on the darkened path. There's truth. This is the Knight of Swords. He's coming in fast. See that dirt being kicked up everywhere? He's coming in pretty fast. He's got his idea about what truth is, right? And he's saying, understand that, you know, there's facts, there's facts, there's truth, people are communicating all kinds of things, and he's coming in with his message of truth. But is it your message of truth? That's the question here. This is the Fool's Journey. So the Fool's Journey means there's a new beginning, right? So in this new beginning, you might not know what's going on out there. You might not know what it is, what all the answers are yet. But if you trust this, each step of the way will be lit up. And then this truth, you know, one of the things about this particular card for me is that he's coming in with his truth, but is his truth your truth? That's the question. Because he's coming in fast, I feel like he's pretty passionate about that truth, right? He's pretty passionate about it, and he wants you to understand how it works. But they're asking you, I feel like Spirit's asking you with the advice card to focus more on the unknown. Don't think you know the answers. Focus more on the unknown. Dig. Take that step out. Take that step forward to try to see what else is out there. Trust your intuition, because that's another meaning for this card right here is that we have intuition. We have an internal guidance system, right? Trust that as you take those steps and move forward. Life is not necessarily the way everybody says it is. They want you to find your truth. Okay, so suffering in silence. This card is the same as the Nine of Swords. Excuse me. The Nine of Swords is about unfounded worries, right? That we worry about things, that we're getting all this information that the church says this, astrologers say this, the Tibetan monks say this, the Buddhist monks say this. You know, everybody's got their own truth, right? So you've got all these in the traditional tarot. It's the Nine of Swords where the lady's up at night worrying. So you've got all these things that you're worrying about, that what is the right way? Which is the right way for me? This woman is not suffering in that silence. I know that's what the card says, but she's not suffering in that silence. She's looking at the steps that she has taken, and she's at the top of this rock, and if you look at her posture, she's kind of leaning forward to this light right here, that light that's giving her the answers, that's connecting with her internal compass and showing her the way. And so she is like looking for that, waiting on that to take her next step. So the energy focus for you is to focus on, where do I go next based on my internal compass? What's right for me? Don't ever give your power away to anybody. Not me, not an astrologer, not a pastor, a preacher, or a priest, not a rabbi, don't give your power to people. Take what they have to say. If it resonates with you, good, because you'll get a lot of good gems from a whole lot of people. But what works for you? She's looking at her internal compass. That's where her focus is. This is the other thing. The Queen of Cups, it's saying you've got an emotional system within you, right? And this is how you're going to know if it's a good step for you, if it's a bad step for you. Don't confuse fear and worry or what the steps that, or the emotions that back us up. But whenever we look at things and approach things from this place, right, where we allow ourselves to look for the good in things, to be emotionally intelligent, not let our fear keep us in bondage, but to step out anyway, knowing that we've got an internal compass that's going to guide us to where we need to go. Let me tell you something. If I would have allowed fear to keep me from doing this, or I could have easily allowed fear, let me say it that way, to keep me from doing this. And a lot of my friends and family members are very fearful for me right now. But my internal compass says that what I'm doing right now is absolutely not only okay, but it's fulfilling for me. It's fulfilling for me to be able to get on here and tell you to trust your internal compass. Because whenever we can truly learn to love ourselves and trust ourselves, then we can walk forward and offer that and extend that to others. That this queen is emotionally intelligent. She didn't get there because she was born emotionally intelligent. She's been through a lot of stuff. And she's trusted her internal compass and looked for the light to guide her, the light from the moon, or the in the darkness. Even though she doesn't know where she's going, she trusts that the light is going to guide her. That's where her compass is connected. Look, and then she has her truth. That's your advice card. Find your truth. This guy right here, he's coming in with his truth. He thinks he knows. He's going to tell you exactly how to do it. But Spirit is saying, you figure it out for you, because it's going to be different for you than it is for him. He comes from a different place. He's trusting what he's known his entire life, what's been passed down for generations and generations his entire life. He doesn't know what your truth is based on your life, but you do. You do. And you can stay connected with your truth as long as you look toward your source. Whether that's God, Creator, Spirit, Universe, it's all the same thing. The original source of everything is actually still connected to you. And you were born with an internal system that keeps you connected to them. If you trust it. She's learned to trust it. And then she says, I know my own truth. This is positive movement forward. Excuse me. This is the same card as the Eight of Pentacles. This card is about looking at what you've been through, looking at what you've learned, and seeing where it takes you from there, or how you can move forward from there, right? In this particular deck, it's just saying, this is the energy they want you to focus on moving forward, on moving into smoother waters, on letting the light, again, he's headed toward that light, allowing the light to guide you, allowing the light to warm you, allowing the light to embrace you and carry you toward a better life for yourself. One that is, the Three of Pentacles is about collaborative projects, passionate projects, and things like that. So Cancer, I feel like it's saying this is a time for you to get passionate about you. It's a time for you to get passionate about where you're going. Let your collaborations be with Spirit and people who are like-minded, people like you who are hungry and wanting to move into a direction that fills you up, that makes you emotionally full, able to then love unconditionally and move forward in your life based on pure emotions and positive movement forward emotions versus the emotions that hold us back. Look, and how do you do that? The Page of Wands, for me, wands are always about communication with Spirit. It's about inspiration and creativity and things like that. And that's how you move forward. That's how you maintain this passionate collaboration. You stay in communication with Spirit. Whenever I say that, I don't mean you have to go to church. I don't mean you have to go to synagogue. I don't mean you have to go to temple. I don't mean you have to go to mosque. I don't mean you have to do any of that. I mean you have to sit with yourself and connect to your higher self and allow yourself who knows you best and who knows what's right for you best to move you forward. In a positive way. Collaborate with yourself and your guides, your angels, whoever it is that you work with. Collaborate with that. Yeah, it's good for us to know what's going on out there, and if whatever we know about that resonates with us, that's great for us to implement into our lives. But if for some reason what we're being taught or what we're being told puts us in bondage and causes us to have fear, then that's not what's in our best interest. We need to look back at the steps that we've taken, the steps that we've come through so far, the things that we've experienced in our life, and lean toward that light and know that that light is our home, and it is connected to us and giving us what we need to be able to move forward. Okay, we're going to get the PS. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much. Well, I tell you what, the energy shifted because with the fire signs, the energy was quite different than this. You guys are in a more subtle place, a more subtle understanding of where you are. Let's see, am I saying that right? I guess it would be a more solid place. I don't know. There's a whole different shift in the energy now that I've moved to you. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for showing us the personal energy focus for our Cancer friends born under the sign of Cancer. Please show us clearly what is the PS that goes with this message. Show us what is the PS that goes with this message. I feel like, going back to this card right here, I feel like whenever we look back and see when we were the most joyous, when we felt like the most accomplished, the most fulfilled, is it because we were doing or living our life for somebody else, or is it because we were doing what really made us feel whole at that time in our life? So it's like, it's about connecting with ourselves, because the more we can stay in alignment with who we are, who we truly are, the more peaks of joy that we have. And the more we can live in this place of unconditional love, not only for ourselves, but for others. Okay, show us clearly what's the PS that goes with this message. We thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. What is the PS for my friends born under the sign of Cancer, please? Okay. Look, there's that Three of Pentacles again. Be passionate about who you are. Collaborate with people of like mind. And if there's a project that you want to work on, this is more about a personal energy focus. But if there's a project that you truly desire to work on, move forward with that. Maybe that's part of your personal energy signature, your personal purpose, what you came here to do. But definitely when it comes to your soul's growth or your personal growth, think about allowing yourself to be in alignment with people who think like you do, who want to maybe think outside the box a little bit, or maybe want to whatever that is for you. Collaborate with people. Don't push anybody out necessarily, but take what works, what resonates, and leave the rest on the table. Look, as far as your life goes, you're the judge and jury of your life. You get to decide, right? This is the Judgment card. This is about, it's time to rise and shine. It's like they're ready for you. there's a rebirth coming. If it's not already here, it's about to get here, where you're going to start seeing things differently. You're going to look at things differently. You're going to change in some way or another. It's about dying to yourself. This is like rebirth, dying to the old ways and coming into something new. It's like something different resonates with you today versus 2 years ago or a year ago or 3 weeks ago or whatever. There's something new resonating within you, and it's wanting to come out. It's wanting to birth itself out of you. Because this is a personal energy focus, I think it has to do with your core beliefs about who you are and how you show up. Yeah. This is the Lover's card. So this is not a love reading. So whenever I'm not doing a love reading, I don't look at this as, oh, somebody's coming into your life. This is about you meeting yourself. We're all created male and female, every one of us. Male and female, he created them. That's from my Christian background. But even in the spiritual community, they'll all say we have aspects of masculine and feminine energy. And it's like whenever we can take the logic and combine it with take the facts and combine it with the feelings, right? Take the facts and combine it with the feelings, and whenever they mesh together, we meet ourselves and we understand more about who we are and how we show up in the world. This is about meeting yourself, about taking what does not work for you and letting it go, and taking what does work, what resonates with you within your heart, and adopting that and letting that cause you to meet yourself so that you can enjoy more of these peaks of joy. Okay, that is your message, Cancer. I hope that you enjoyed it. And until next time, you go out and have a super duper day. Bye.